ZA. It's Orlando Pirates nil, Lioli nil, or Dioli nil from Lesotho. That's the first preliminary round of the CAF Champions League. Here at home in the Betway Premiership, it's Magesi nil, Siwelele nil, and that's halftime. Sikukune nil, Golden Arrows nil, and that's also halftime. So Vilagazi, and we also have Lindo Pep assisting us. So your summary of the first half.
Mr. Gill, I'm very impressed in terms of individual of Paris players. I'm not looking at per se the competition between Diol and Orlando Paris because
There
they
is no
don't match.
competition.
Yeah, there's no match kahle. But now you need to look at the players individual. Okay, as a team, this is what we're doing. But individual, are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the basics right? Are you guys are taking in the right way? You're making runs in good positions. Are you getting the saves in good positions? And then do you have that end product in that? So when I look at, I'm so impressed with Tumba. Tumbata, yeah, Umbata, he's become something else. I say Lombata lower last season. I'm so happy. I'm very happy to see him playing the way he's playing, and with the compliment, Mr. Keumbula, I don't know whether should I talk about him or must I keep quiet. I don't know.
Oh, you can tell us what he's doing right. What is he doing right?
Umbule, the vision and the combination. Every time when he gets the ball, and that's one thing that I was telling you, every time when Umbule he gets the ball, you'll see Mbata closer to him. And I was just explaining to Ulim to say, look, what I'm seeing personally is that but Umbule is good with the ball. But when we lose the ball with him, and then he's not that good in terms of recovering the ball. So it will be good that every time when he gets the ball, avail yourself next to him so that if he loses the ball, you are there. Or if he's still having the ball, we are also giving him an option to say, you can play me and then I can also attack. And for me, they complement each other very well. And let's not undermine the role of Unduli in that midfield. Most of the time, we tend to not to look at them as the key players in the team.
Yeah, defensive midfielders, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job because he's protecting the two. He's protecting the... Look, his job is so huge, Mr. Keo, because he's got two people that he needs to look after them, and he's got two people behind him that he needs to protect. So he's got four players that he's protecting initially. But yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm a passes Kambule to the right side, Umabili, so Police they do very well. And Mabasa, the goal will come. Sometimes you don't need to force it. Sometimes you need to get the ball, play with your teammates, get to the right position, wait for the right time, the ball will come. I like how he's coming to the party. Because sometimes I was wondering, asking myself to say, but when is going to be available? Sometimes when the midfielders have got the ball, you need to come up, 3-4 steps, come, show up, get a ball, play it, get to the box. And he's doing that very well. I'm so pleased with him.
The Orlando Pirates fans who are watching us now, if they're asking why are Pirates not scoring, how would you explain that?
No, we're just missing. We're just missing. Not that we are not creating chances. We're creating chances. It's just a little bit of patience in that box. Just give ourselves, 2-3 seconds. Because there were moments where I think instead of taking a shot, Umabiliso, bring it back.
Libitso.
Libitso, yes. Libitso. Bring it back, Kumabasa. It's there. Same applies to Uloduzana Umbata. I can't bring it back here. Uotonale, Ngale is getting good areas, but the delivery is so poor from that side. But I like how Umabasa is doing in terms of having a combination now with his players. And then, most important thing that he does very well. He avails, gets the ball, play it, and he gets to the box. He knows that I'm the scorer. So for me to score, I must be in the box. And he does that very well. It's just a matter of time for him to just get those tap-ins.
All right, it's 0-0. Thank you very much, Mr. Tso. So it's 0-0 between Dioli and Orlando Pirates. The game is a home game for the Lesotho club. However, it played in South Africa, in Bloemfontein. We have 1,200 people, 1,300 people watching us on our Facebook. We are creeping up to 1,000 on YouTube. We say thank you so much for watching us. Just a quick recap again. Magi Sisuwelele, 0-0 at halftime. Sikukune Golden Arrows, 0-0 at halftime. Those are the matches that are currently playing in the Betway Premiership. Of course, the South African team, Orlando Pirates, are in the CAF Champions League qualification round. Lindo Pep, your thoughts on the first half, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Nkeu, if I'm the Orlando Pirates coach, I'm demanding a little bit more in terms of energy, in terms of passing precision. Orlando Pirates did not play at all during the course of the week. I think in the first 15 minutes, aggression, more especially with and without the ball. With the ball, I would expect the passing precision to be a little bit quicker. They are playing against a low block. A very defensive low block. I think the passing can be a little bit quicker. The only pass Abai Tolayo is when they find a run behind the defense, where you'll find those vertical diagonal balls where Umbata plays them exceptionally well behind the left back, in between the centre back and the left back. You'll find that Umbule is also playing the very similar passes that are breaking the defense. One thing that you need to identify with those two players, Umbata and Umbule, is that it seems like Umbata enjoys playing Umbule. It seems like he's willing to fight for him. He's willing to sacrifice himself for Sipombule because he does find him. Gumapogeto Urile as well is playing a 50. Uapolis is playing a 50, where they'll find themselves in between our pockets where they want to really break Lioli or Lioli centrally. But on the outside, they've got to Dion Horto. On the outside, on the other side, they've got to Libito. I think for me, if I'm the Orlando Pirates coach, the one message I'm sending in the dressing room is we are playing very well. The defensive line looks very solid because the first point of attack is every time when the ball goes wide, you would see Mbogazi, no Siema dropping. The organization from Usipo Chain as well, it seems like he's a leader there. I like Usipo because he constantly communicates. And that leads him because sometimes the positioning, but if I'm the Orlando Pirates coach, I'm sending one message, Mr. Nkeu. We are playing very well, boys. We are finding the right passes. We are linking up the play. If we have to combine, we are combining in midfield. I love the way Orlando Pirates is playing because what the coach is working on is maybe we are better in terms of quality. There are two things that we need to focus on. We've got more games to play. The counter press has to be solid. How do we work on the counter press? Allow them to have the ball, but quickly counter press in that space. In position of the ball, we have to be solid. We have to dominate game. We have to control. And in my opinion, they are controlling the game. They are creating those half opportunities that can put them in a situation where they should be scoring 1 or 2 goals. Or Apolis gets a half chance. Yeah. Umabasa as well. I'm telling you, so I'm saying I like a striker that moves with the game. More especially in between the defense, where you would always cause it defense trouble. What is the quality of Umabasa? Umabasa is not a striker so that will run behind the defense. It's got a different quality. So now when he plays there, you need wingers that can sometimes play closer to him. But you need a variation. One must be able to run behind. That's why Obono Apolisa run up behind. And then he's been unlocking Owabu Isama cutback. I think Orlando Pirates has been creating a lot of opportunities in the wider areas. I think the emphasis should be when we get into the wider areas, let's look for a pass than a cross. Let's look for options, and more especially Umakatbek. Umabasa brings them.
What they've been trying to do is to find Umabasa when they're cutting it back, but they've never looked for someone in the D-line. I remember that Umbule, for example, was on the D-line and is shouting for the ball. So they're always looking for the one where the goalkeeper can intercept the ball. Whereas there's a different cutback that you can play.
Yeah, I think the variation and the variety in their attack. That's why I'm showing it, Mr. Keo. They're dangerous on the wider areas. But what I like Umabasa is that I was saying to Tso, sometimes he is available for an option for an extended extra pass because he makes himself available. He drifts, he brings his defense a little bit closer to attract one player out of position. Hold up play, can it be better? For me, first half, it looked really good because there's where Alinka Kone play, he moves with the game. He's got a very good first touch, one-touch play that brings the midfielders into play. But also, I believe that Urilem Fukeng no Apolis are coming into the game because they are playing with Umabasa. It's very important sometimes for the wingers to play with a striker that has the ability to interpret the space because they know when to run behind, when there's space behind, they know when to play in front of the striker to avail themselves for the option. But Umbule as well, what he's doing is that he knows when to play a negative pass so that Lioli a little bit forward in defense because he low block. Sometimes you have to force them to push a little bit higher. How do you force a team to go a little bit higher? It's a negative pass that will force them to push a little bit higher. And then now, the diagonal ball, which they've been finding, it's been the secondary pass is superb because the secondary pass goes wide exactly, pinpoint, and the one come pass about Lalil. A pinpoint, those ones that go wide. The pass that's letting them down is the final pass.
The final pass, absolutely.
The final pass.
What is the opposition thinking at this point? Because, of course, they are no match to Orlando Pirates in terms of who they are. I suppose even in the NFD, they will probably suffer. There would be a bottom 10 team in the National First Division. So that's the gap that exists between these two teams. What can they get out of this? What is the coach saying in terms of, is he happy at this point? Let's maybe end at 0-0, or would he want more from his players?
Yeah, for them, it's an event. So. It's an event. You can see they're not playing the match. They're playing the event, in my opinion. Everyone is literally playing to prove themselves to Orlando Pirates or to the public whom are watching them. You know, they want to prove that they deserve to be in that space. So what the coach is saying to them, let's be defensively solid. Let's give nothing away. The one thing that we cannot accept for them to score is ngeke bascoring a set piece. Let's make it difficult for them. If they score, they need to score a wonder goal. So far, the goalkeeper has been doing well. The defensive block has been doing well. But attacking threat, for me, there's no attacking threat because the line is a little bit deeper, meaning that the attacking forwards have to run something like 20 meters, which is, for me, I don't think it connects.
It almost rules out the goal.
Yeah, it rules out.
It will be a mistake by Pirates for them to score. Like maybe a goalkeeper dropping the ball, someone finishing it. Otherwise, they're too far. They're in their center.
As Mr. Nkeone, to be honest with you, tactically, so such teams, it's more of a let's go and have a good game. It's a free hit.
Well.
Yeah, it's a free shop.
Yeah,
it's a free hit.
Whose thing is basically
Yeah.
to any other South African team, if anyone is watching.
I can tell you now, the coach was overcoaching during the week, preparing for the game.
Yeah, for sure. Even he wants to create an impression because he's from the ABC Motsepe League as well. A quick scoreline prediction for the second half?
Increase the tempo of the game, increase the tempo of the passing. Make sure that when we get into the final third, we pick a pass, not a cross. Orlando Pirates wins this game 2-0.
2-0 to Orlando Pirates. Thank you very much, Lindo Pep. We have 1,000 people this side, 1,300 people the other side. So thank you very much to everyone as well. We hope you enjoy the second half. Mr. Tso, take it away, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Kyo, Pirates, it should be an easy win, man, for Orlando Pirates. They're just making it difficult for themselves by not be patient enough in front of the goals, because you know when you sometimes try harder, you don't get anything, and somebody who's not trying anything can get something, you know. So they just need to be very careful when they get to that final third, and don't undermine them. Don't undermine them. You know, teams like this, they're so dangerous because they will get just one chance. One chance. After all the chances, Pirates will have 20, 50, 20, 30 chances. And then these guys will get one chance and punish them. So they just need
It
to
is
be
unlikely that will happen, but we've seen it happen in football.
Yes, in football it does
happen.
happen.
But
So
it
they
is
just
unlikely that these ones in particular will do that.
They just need to be careful. But mama fika boxing, babe ama ice cubes nje la kancane baphole. Yeah, ubeke nje la temperature izothi. Then bese uyakwazi ukubeka la ube tap in.
5-0 Pirates, 2-0 Pirates, 1-0
It's
Pirates.
supposed to be 5, but I think 2 will be good enough.
2-0 Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, I think 2-0 will be good enough.
There you go. Thank you very much to Lindo Pep. Thank you very much to Tso Vilakazi as well. We'll come back for the halftime at Kaizer Chiefs. And of course, on our YouTube channel, make sure you watch our videos at the end of this game. There's also a Kaizer Chiefs game that's playing in Angola, and that will be our last game for Itiski TV for this weekend. And then we'll come back on Monday and Tuesday for our regular shows. Thank you very much for watching us.